Good morning, guys. So we're going to start our research report. So you guys should have this piece of paper that's stapled. All right, and it's talking to your parents about how one of the things we need to do is be able to write a research paper and use the internet to research your facts. So I actually already did my research for my animal. I picked my animal, and you guys hopefully have picked an animal by now. And I went on and did some research. Now, I copied and pasted it onto papers because I can't show you guys my computer screen of what it looks like, but you guys, these are four really good sites. And this one right here, this Kittle.co, is a really, really good site. It's not .com, it's .co. It's a really good site, and you can put some stuff in there, and it will give you other sites to go to. So you guys, we're going to be filling this out today. We're going to do 3 sections. We're going to do the appearance section. And remember, the appearance is what does the animal look like? What is the animal's covering, whether it's fur, feathers, skin with scale, wet skin. How big is the animal? We're thinking about how it is as an adult. Its color. So we really want to describe our animal. Habitat. Where does the animal live? So we're going to find out where in the world we would find this animal. What shelter does the animal live in? Okay. The name of our animal goes here. And then today we're also going to research the diet. What does the animal eat? How does the animal find its food? How does it get its food? Okay. So first thing we need to look at, you need to have at least 3 facts in each section. It gave you 3 boxes. If you want to put more facts, that's fine. You can kind of divide the boxes up and have more facts. The more facts you have, the better your report's going to be. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is write down the name of our animal, and please spell it correctly, guys. Okay, actually, you know what? I want to put my name so that when you send me the picture, I will know whose jot report notes these are. All right, so my animal that I picked, it's pretty cool. It's called a duck-billed platypus. All right, duck-billed platypus. All right, so like I said, you will normally be using your paper on these websites. You can get your parents to help you. All right, I went ahead and printed out some information. All right, I'm going to look first for what my animal looks like. I'm going to just focus on this. Even if I see stuff on my diet, I don't want to think about it, or on my habitat, I don't want to jump all around. I'm going to focus on one section at a time. I want to make sure I describe my animal and its covering. I want to use information from the internet. I'm not just going to make up facts, okay? The whole point of this, it's research. Research means you go out and you find information. You don't make up stuff you already know about it. Okay, so just looking through, and if you want to do this, what I did is I highlighted the information and copied it onto a Word document and then printed it out so that I can highlight it on here. All right. So I'm going to use my highlighter to kind of show you guys. All right. And I want to look for just what it looks like. Okay. Duck-billed platypuses, they're small, shy, and shy doesn't really tell me what it looks like. Okay. They have a flattened head and body. So they have a flat head and body. They have fur that's dark brown on top and tan on their bellies. All right, thick fur. Its head grows to be about 15 inches and its tail about 5 inches long. So its head and body are about 15 inches. Its tail is 5 inches. Okay, their most remarkable feature is their amazing snout. It looks like a duck's bill. It has a snout that looks like a duck's bill. All right, so I already have some really good information that I'm going to go ahead and start writing on my report. This is just one website that I went to. Okay, like I said, I printed this out, but you can do it directly from the website. I just can't show you guys with it. So you would have pretend like this is your computer. You can't really highlight on your computer. I mean, I guess you could a little bit with your mouse, but just have your paper in front of you, and when you find information about its appearance, you can just write it down. I'm actually going to divide my boxes in half so that I can get more. And you don't have to write sentences. I'm going to write some quick facts. So I'm going to put a dot there, and they have a flat head and body. Flat head and body. Another dot. Their head and body is 15 inches and their tail is 5. So I'm going to kind of add that together. Okay, so they're about 20 inches long. Snout, that looks like a duck's bill. Snout like duck bill. Okay, and I still have room for some more, so I'm going to keep reading about it. It talks about the males being venomous. Ooh, they have sharp stingers on the heels of their rear feet. That's just the males, though. So we'll talk about that maybe when we talk about how they protect themselves. This talks about them feeding. So this is all about their food. This is how long they live. So that's going to go more in the life cycle. All right. So then I went to another site and I got this information. Oh my gracious. And it's got a lot of the same information, but I might be able to add a little bit to it. So there's my platypus, an animal with a bill like a duck. We said that. A tail like a beaver. Oh, I didn't get that before, so I'm going to highlight that just so that I can think about it. And feet like an otter. Feet like an otter. All right. Let's see, something a mad scientist would create. It lays eggs, shoots poison, fresh water. Roughly the size of a house cat, between 12 and 24 inches. So you know what? That's a different website, and it kind of gave me a range. I think I'm going to change this is why you should use a pencil, guys. Ms. McClellan tells y'all that all the time, and I'm not doing it myself, but you should be using a pencil so you can change it. 12 to 24 inches long. Snout like a duckbill. Tail like a beaver. Oh, we need to add a in there. Oh, beaver. And feet like an otter. Feet like an otter. All right. So I haven't really talked about what it's covered with and what color it is. So I need to make sure I get that in there. So I'm going to, it talked about its webbed paws, feet like an otter. So I'm going to add that in here, right here, webbed feet like an otter. Okay, so I want to just keep scanning until I find out what it's covered with, fur, and the color of it. Okay, because I think I pretty much have the rest of it. So I'm going to keep looking. I mean, I can look at the picture and kind of see that it's got like fur on it, it looks like. But I'm going to go to another website that I found that was on that list. And it was this one right here. This I got from that Kidco one, or Kiddleco, and it linked me to this one. And this actually had some really good information about what it looked like. And let me see if I can find it. All right. Maybe not. Miss McClellan, I thought I had it. All right, well, I need to go through and look again. All right. So basically, guys, that's what you're doing. You're going to go through and you're going to look for the appearance of the animal. And I need to go back and look because I know that I found it before when I read all of this. All right. And then you're going to talk about its habitat. Where does the animal live? Okay, and I found a couple different facts, and it's actually a pretty cool map that shows me that they live around Australia and this little island called Tasmania. And there's actually a little note here at the bottom that tells me that platypuses are indigenous, that means that's where they're from, to freshwater rivers and lakes in eastern Australia and Tasmania. So that's the fact that I would put here. Tell where I would find them. They live in freshwater rivers, freshwater lakes. They live near Tasmania and Australia. And I want to think about what their homes are like. Okay, I want to think about their homes, and I found some information here that says that they have a burrow in the stream banks. So on the banks of the river and lakes and streams, they make a burrow with tunnels. So I'm going to add that information in there. All right, and the last one I'm going to do is the diet. What does the animal eat? How does the animal find its food? Okay, so I had a bunch of information on that. This is their predators. And it talked about how they went back. This is why I printed my stuff up so that I can have it. Here it is. These mammals are bottom feeders. They scoop up insects and larvae, shellfish and worms in their bill, along with bits of gravel and mud from the bottom. All this material is stored in the cheek pouches, and at the surface, when they go back up, it's mashed for consumption. Platypuses do not have teeth, so the bits of gravel help them to chew their meal. So I'm going to put some of those facts down. They scoop up mud and gravel on the bottom. They eat insects. They don't have teeth, so they use the gravel to chew their meal. All right, guys, so that's what you're working on today, the appearance, the habitat, and the diet. And that's it. I want to get you guys to send me a picture of just those 3 sections once you are finished. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, I'll see you on Zoom later.